Okay, first of all, I just truly believe that we need to put our hands together for Pete, Ben, and Mark for doing what they do. Come on, guys. It's not an easy task, you know. It's good to do things in Europe, but when you step out and come to India, China, Japan, these are interesting territories. And I think, Ben, thank you for uniting the world. My name is Shailendra Singh, and I'm privileged to be here this morning, and hopefully I'll wake you up so the rest of the day can be nice and warm. I come from the land of snake charmers and elephants, and we also make the only cuisine that you eat once and enjoy twice. Oh, you can laugh louder, it's okay. Okay, moving on. Not many people know, but India has been partying since, 5104 BC. That's a picture of Ram having a party. So, we're not new to the world of partying. Most people think, oh, guys, we got to go to India. Will they have lights? Will they have stage? Will they speak in English? We do all of that shit. So, just wanted to, okay, this is going to be difficult. Okay. Just want to reiterate the aspect, because I think what happens is that we just look at statistics. We don't understand the nation, the people, and then we start developing business plans. And then we go and really fuck it up. Because what happens is Excel sheets are lies that make sense for you to invest into markets. But I think it's important to understand the market and its people first before you engage in that market. And having said that, I put up this is one of our events we do very casually, which is called the Kumbh Mela. Take your time to consume the number. There are no international riders. There is no international management. It's a local event called Kumbh Mela, and 120 million people attended. So that's one of our events. Moving on. And these are the people who party there. So it's not as conservative and dangerous as it looks like. People are having a good time in India. Moving on from there, we have a festival called the Dahi Handi, where people go and try to break a pot which has got some yogurt in the sky. And those are the numbers of people who do that in the human pyramids. And then we have the Ganesh Chaturthi. This festival has 500,000 elephant gods. People party on the streets, and now you'll be surprised that originally it used to be the drums and the Indian sounds, and now it's electronic music that is being played ahead of Lord Ganesha while he goes into the ocean and disappears. So this is also very interesting to know that India does know how to party. Moving on, we have the Kerala Elephant Festival. 5 million people, 100 actual elephants. So this happens in the south. I said, why not market my country if I've come all the way anyway? So moving on to that, we also have the Art of Living, 3.5 million people. This is 2016. So people are connecting, people are doing things in India. And of course, we have the Holi Festival, which I think now is soon going to be owned by the Americans or the Germans, because it's been sort of, somebody's putting a patent around it that they own it, but never mind. Our Prime Minister was quick to own yoga. Otherwise, we would have lost it to the US. So anyway, from that time, we moved on. We got our independence only in 1947. So give us some, headway. We're only 69, 70 years of independence. So we're doing pretty well. And the Britishers, when they left us, they said the right thing. Good luck. With 1.3 billion people, we need some sort of science and emotions to come together. So then moving on from that time, we went to the 50s. 50s were independent, boom, everybody's partying, oh, we got an independent nation. 60s, similar, still partying, enjoying ourselves, enjoying the independence. And then we moved to the 80s, and that's when the Goa Trans happened. And then actually, it's interesting to know that when we go to the roots of this business, I think it's crucial to know where it came from, why it came, why did it become a viral movement, why is the whole world enjoying it. We don't go deep down. Technology is eating you. There was a line that Danny's presentation just showed. Don't let it eat you. Technology is something that you need to eat. It's got to go the other way. Otherwise, one day, the human touch is gone, and technology will rule. So 70s, 80s, definitely Goa. It got a bit bolder. You saw the interesting part. Just go back one sec. When you saw the Kumbh Mela, you saw the sadhus and the spiritual leaders partying in Kumbh Mela. They looked the same. And then you had the foreigners coming in. So we have a lot of similarities with you. We all want to be naked at some point. Okay. Then we moved on to the 90s. We got the club culture going on. And then came the 2000s and the festivals. And it's just like everybody from the club moved on to the festivals. Very interesting promoters evolved. A lot of people got actually engaged. But I think somewhere down the line, all of us have learned many lessons, because I think we didn't put our fingers on the consumer. and the human touch and the trends of the people. This is a people's business. People make technology, people make artists, people make promoters, people make management, and these people are fans, they're consumers. So I feel somewhere, myself included, we are guilty of doing this whole copy-paste business, which I think is really scary, and we'll come to that. Now we come into the potential of India, because that's what I'm supposed to do. So 600 million under the age of 25. We have the youngest population in the world. That's it. 1 billion mobile users, 500 million internet users. So yes, the potential does exist. And moving on, I'm going to show you the IMS report. I'm going to move through this really quickly. Hello, gentlemen. The Indian boys are backstage. Okay, now this is the true potential of India. And I think this has to be taken seriously. And this has to be taken seriously by the artists, the promoters, the management, publishers, the streamers, everybody. Don't take us casually, because the consumer exists. And if you see the proportions of the United States and what India can do to your business, it's phenomenal. And we are the world's largest democracy, and we speak English. Okay, and this is an IMS report. I didn't publish this. Okay, moving on. But, we have our challenges. This is a very recent article. So you know what? India, I call India the United States of India. You travel 1 hour, different cuisine, different language, different rules of engagement. It's crazy. If I'm living in Mumbai, I take my car to Goa, I've got to take it back to Mumbai, because the Goans will get angry because I've come from Mumbai. And then you go to Bangalore, you can drink in Bangalore, but you can't dance in a bar. And then you go to Uttar Pradesh, you can't drink at all. You go to Gujarat, you can't have beef, but you go to Goa, you can have beef. So it's a very complex democracy. And in those circumstances, to do what all of us together, which is all the other promoters, ourselves included, I think is phenomenal, the way we have come onto the map of the global scene. And you can see, this is a very recent article. Suddenly people said that girls should not wear skirts to nightclubs. And as recent as now, Goa was the scene, like you saw. And for us at Sunburn and all the other brands, Goa is a significant capital of dance music. And as I stand here today, the Goa government has decided to ban all festivals this season. Goodbye. This when we contribute 64% of the revenue to the Goa government. It's insane, because the guy just says, doesn't work. I don't like people partying. Game over. So 99.9% sunburn will not happen in Goa this year. This is the first time I'm saying it officially, but this is crap. So yes, it is a complex democracy, and these things have to be kept in mind, and therefore you need great partners when you go to the region, just like China, Japan. It's always about, 1 and 1 becomes 11. So moving on, quick information about the festival that we do. Sunburn has 4 formats. It's the festival, the arena, the campus, and the club. Very relevant, because it's top down and bottom up. So we do club gigs because that's where the DNA is. If you lose that whole movement, it's useless to be in this business. You saw last night, you go to the boiler room, the whole intimate vibe, and then 2 million people see it across the world. But that's the real magic. So clubs. Campuses is where we go to universities and do gigs. Catch them young, watch them grow. Those kids can't afford the gigs of $200 and $500. So we do free gigs in the campuses, great viral movement. And then the arena is a single artist format. And then festival, which is the lifestyle of music. So this is what we've done in the last few. And last season we had 1 million attendees. Okay, I'm moving quickly because I really want to get to the meat of this. And I have 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. Now, this is the IMS report from last time, so I just wanted to celebrate it, that Sunburn, our festival, is also in the top league as Tomorrowland and Ultra. So we have done something interesting from our land, and I think collectively, all our promoters in India, everybody has created an impact on the global scene, which I think is pretty cool. And this is the Sunburn stats, 1.8 million on Facebook. Digital reach, close to 550 million plus. Now this is interesting. So this comes from Martina Wang. We suspect EDM continues to boom because of its overwhelming positivity affinity for the experience, hyper-social sharing, etc. The most important line in this is the fans themselves are driving the movement. Very critical point to be noted. It happens in every consumer industry. We forget the consumer. Very critical. So, and the interesting aspect is that the fans make this happen, and this is the example. Our most high-profile Prime Minister, recently elected, Narendra Modi, who's creating an impact on the global scene, When he was announced as Prime Minister, the Sunburn After movie was trending. Look at the power of these fanatic fans. They're crazy. And that's electronic dance music. It's not Bollywood. It should have been something Bollywood. Okay, so just now, this part of the presentation is really critical to me, and I hope it has an impact on you, because I think it will have this communication that we will have just now, I think will have relevance for generations to come, for our business that we all have enjoyed, cherished, and built our homes from. So, we know the stats. We speak about it. We just heard Danny's presentation, the numbers, the billions and the millions and where they are and all that jazz. But do we really know where they are? Where are the fans? Who are they? What do they want? I don't know. Do we care? Or they're just numbers? And you want to keep manipulating the numbers, and then one day the numbers will go away. Like you said, technology is eating everything. You know? So it's really critical that we do understand this aspect. And we made the same mistake in India. We didn't connect with the fans. We didn't talk to them. We talked at them. We told them buy the ticket. We told them Tiesto is hot. We tell them Swedish House Mafia is burning. We never found out what they want. How they want to experience the festival life, the club life. Why is the club life dying? Because we don't find out from the fans what they want. True? One artist goes up, boom. Next week he's down. Do you care to find out why the fans rejected him? Why the fans rejected the confetti and not the smoke blast? Not interested. Shows are running on iPads. I won't take a name, but there was a DJ who had to go to the toilet, and we had 40,000 people in the arena going boom, 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 boom. He was taking a dump backstage for 9 minutes. There was nobody in the console. They'll understand that soon. And when they do, we'll be in deep trouble. So I just felt that the fans need a voice. They need to come together. They exist. David Guetta has 6 million fans in Mexico or somewhere, and so-and-so have fans. Ultra has fans somewhere. Sunburn has fans somewhere, right? They exist in China, Japan, all over the world. So where are these fans? And how will they come together? But currently, they only come together for economic reasons. And we do understand with what we saw, again, I refer to Danny's presentation, that they are coming together. They are consuming the content that we're putting out there, whether it's a live stream or a video or a music album, whatever we are doing, they are coming together. So, are we going to listen to them? So I said, listen, I'm no Buddha or some shit. I'm a hardcore businessman. I've worked really hard to get where I am. And I reflected back and said, obviously this business hasn't given me the money the rest of my businesses gave me. I can do 2 real estate deals and make more money than entire 10 seasons of Sunburn. Why are we doing this? We do this for the love. You stand there and see 10 people partying to your track, you love it. You stand there as a festival promoter and you see 50,000 people raise their hands, you get goosebumps, man. It's not about money. There are far better businesses to make money. You can ask any promoter in the country, in the world. True? So we do this for love. We do this because we believe that this is good. We get up in the morning, we get excited, we create the best experience, we create the most safest experience. Just to say it proudly, and some of people here from India are part of Sunburn movement and all the other festivals. We've been incident-free for 10 years. Not a single incident. We do event arenas for 40, 50,000 people on a regular basis in a place called Noida, which is close to Delhi, which is called the rape capital of the world. But when 50,000 people come to listen to music, they don't touch each other. They have a good time. True evident. Not a single incident in that region. So it is about love. It's not about economics, man. Oh, the DJ's got to go to Japan, so he's going to hop over India. What are you going to offer? $2 million? I said, no. 100 rupees make 1 pound. How come it's not different? You think the artist doesn't want the Indian fan? But the promoter and the management won't allow that to happen because it's a business for them. True? So for me, the spectrum is artist and fans. Nothing in the middle. The middle exists because of these two people, right? Artists are now told what to do. Why? Because that's a business model. Because the management will tell the artist, this is how it works. So do it, or you'll be down in the dumps. So the fear works. Fair? So I feel, and I know I'm saying this with a lot of boom, passion, etc., but for me in my life, 3 decades, made a lot of money, a lot of name in all industries, and worked with 600 top brands, everything. I feel the balance of the planet has to change, or we're going to be in deep trouble. I'm not going to mention ISIS, bullshit, fuck all that crap. We've got something going wrong. And if that happens to electronic dance music too, we'll be in the same dump very easily. There's no bubble bursting. There's no bubble. This business is real. But can we bring the love back? Can we bring the emotions back? Can we bring the fans back? And can we let the musicians be musicians? So I dedicate 50% of my life from today to doing that. 50% to make money, 50% love. I seriously. And you won't believe it. Some of my Indian friends are there, you'll be shocked, but my brother and me are partners in the business for 3 decades, and I'm giving up close to $1 billion to do this. Because I don't get a shit. I really don't get a shit. It doesn't matter. Because the pleasure you get when you do things with love can't be replaced. People say, they say, oh, you're too hyper. Shell, you should start meditating. So I said, okay, tell me how to meditate. Oh, you got to breathe from here. Leave it from here. Sit in a corner, shut your eyes. I said, fuck off. Meditation for me is a profession that you do with love. It's meditation. Do anything that you love is meditative. You don't need to sit in a corner. Rubbish. So I think bring the love back. Okay, enough lecture. 3 minutes. Quickly. Okay, so here is what I saw. Look, I come from India, so excuse my non-globalization conversation, because I do come from India and I love my country and I have a lot of people to take care of. So this is as recent as last week. 84 million kids are not educated in India. This is interesting, no? And they're the future. I'm 50, maximum another 10 years, and I'll die. And then? So I want to do some shit that leaves a legacy behind. I want to protect. I want to make India electronic dance music scene future-proof. Present is the past. There's no point talking about today. It's gone. It's finished. So I spend all my time figuring that out. 287 million illiterate adults, 17 million children are forced to work. 57% of Indian children drop out of school before the age of 14, and only 1% of 12th graders are girls. This is the reality of India. On one side, Prime Minister speaks about economic development. We are a force to reckon with. But this is the true reality. These kids don't have a good future. So how can we do this now? Quickly moving on. So we did something last year, and this is so cool, okay? We requested Hardwell, Anna, and his team, that will you come to India and do one free gig? Just give me 1 day of your life. Because if you do that, I can educate 18,200 children for 10 years. He says, seriously? We sent him the whole presentation, and we didn't do it because I'm not an NGO. I'm not. So we got Magic Bus, one of the best people in the business, to tie up with us. And this is the gig. And Hardwell flew in at his peak of his career, world number 1. He says, just 1 day Shell will educate 18,000 children? I said, yes, they will. And he popped in, and that's the love you saw. 90,000 people. Live and whatnot. We were the largest attended event on Facebook in the history of Facebook. What does it tell you? Fans will connect for love. Fans want to engage from heart, not the mind. And that's the check and the money that was given to the foundation. And guess what? So this is not you cutting a check. So all those 18,200 children are online. So if Hardwell one day wakes up and he wants to know whether that kid is doing well in the 5th year, he can do that. So there's a software created, so he knows that he's actually made a difference. It's not about cutting a check and bouncing. And of course, Hardwell got acknowledged at the United Nations in New York for doing an event in Mumbai for Indian kids. How cool is that? Right? Okay, if you feel good, you can smile or something. Okay, nobody's feeling good. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, this is the one that got me. Look at this placard. This is to Hardwell. You decided to educate them. We decided to support you. This is so cool. This is so cool. So I said, these are the reasons that I believe. Now imagine and visualize for my sake. So he said something in statistics, and the whole day you will see, I've got 5 seconds. Ben, just 1 minute. So you'll hear a lot today about statistics, okay? So let's assume we've got 3 billion fans on the planet through streaming, live, Facebook, app, whatever shit, festival goers. Can we unite them? Can we create an app that unites every dance music fan on the planet? So we create a planet of people who love the music and who love the scene. Is it possible? Why not? Why not? Because then we can communicate with love. We can create a movement that is significant and sustainable. Not an economic depression can hurt us. Bullshit. There was no economic situation in the 1970s, whether it's in Ibiza or in Goa. It was just love of the music. People put batteries from trucks to play music on the beach. You didn't need all these riders. So anyway, so I have decided that the movement that I'm going for is #FansFirst. Fuck everything else. Nothing matters. We go fans first. We unite the fans. We do gigs for the fans. We create music for the fans. We create apps for the fans. We do everything for the fans. Because that is the future of the business. That is the present of the business. And that was the past of the business. Let not economics take our mind away from the reality. No fans, no business. Finished. Game over. So there should be a call to action. This just sounds like a slide. So what I'm doing, and I want all of you, that I have quite a few here now, I want you all to be a shareholder in this movement. Every part, China, Japan, anywhere, Mexico you come from, you have an app, you have a television channel, you have a radio channel, come on board for this one event that I'm proposing to do, but this event can move to any part of the world. So it's the world's biggest guest list festival. This is what we did with Hardwell. Now we're moving into festival for 3 days. The support is phenomenal. You know, we've got an area in Mumbai which is unbelievable. It can accommodate 500,000 people on ground. Can you believe it? And done for free. No issues. You know, he said, we're going to do this. Let's just do this. So this is what I have proposed to do. And this can move to any country across the world for the cause of the country. I'll go to UK and raise money for Indian kids because 60% of population are Indians in UK now. But if there is a cause in Frankfurt for the local residents, we'll do it there. There's no issue, but I'm saying bring the love back because the fans want to do it. The fans unite for reasons beyond just economics. I'm done.